Well, hello, I'm Johnny Rowland, your host of the Shooting Show, and welcome, friends, to this week's program. We're indeed very pleased and proud to be here. It takes a lot of work to get here, let me tell you what. But we are indeed proud. Glad to be coming to you from a beautiful August afternoon to be out shooting. And let me give you a little report here, friends. We won a big one in California this week. The California Supreme Court decided that a gun maker was not responsible because some crazy went in and killed some people and happened to use a gun while doing it. In fact, I think that it was over a lawsuit over an Intratec, a little old Tech 9. I mean, we've had those on the show. They're not bad little guns. They're inexpensive. Pretty good, actually, for what they cost. But you see, friends, what would it mean if that were the case? What about the maker of a pocket knife said, yeah, it's a sharp knife. They got angry at Intratec because they had, of the advertising, said they were reliable guns, etc. Well, what about somebody that makes a knife and say, yeah, it's a good sharp knife, and then somebody goes cut somebody with it? You going to sue the knife maker? Or what about you going to talk about a powerful truck or a powerful car and they run over somebody? Well, go get it and sue them all. Well, friends, this is not the kind of logic that built our country. And in fact, Larry Pratt and I were talking today on the program as we're taping this. This is Wednesday as we're taping this. And we're talking about if guns were in fact had minds of their own. I understand that a group of lawyers was killed out there in California. If guns had a mind of their own, well, there wouldn't be lawyers left. So they don't have minds of their own. That's the dumbest thing that ever happened. Saying these machines here have minds of their own. And by empowering people, you suddenly corrupt their mind and corrupt their thinking. That's stupid. It's stupidity. But the people who feel that way are not going to go away, friends. They can't be reasoned with. They've got to be defeated. And speaking of machines, you folks in California, this is something that you may want to take note of. This is a Choate machine and tool folding stock here. It's going to be very difficult to own handguns at all in California. And there's some real big advantages to this folding stock. One is, and we know this gun, yes, we've checked it and checked it and checked, we know it's unloaded. One is, it's much shorter. It cuts a foot off the length of the gun about it when it's in the folded position. It's easier to stow, easier to put up in a closet or wherever you want to, that you might want to store it. And you can shoot the gun one-handed. You can do it. Now, it won't be easy for most people, but you can do it. And one of the big advantages to this kind of stock, see this pistol grip? You literally can hook the stock under your arm like so and control the gun with the pistol grip. And if you've got a flashlight here, if you've got a light, you can run it like so. And you can control, if you have to open a door or something, you can still control the gun, see, with a pistol grip. This is a really a good advantage. And like I said, you folks in California, it may not be long till you can't own handguns at all. So in a lot of places, maybe you can own a shotgun. You know, there are still some places that you can't own handguns. I think Morton Grove, Illinois, they've never rescinded that, to my knowledge, about owning handguns. Places like Chicago, other places that maybe you can own a shotgun. Well, this will be a real option for a lot of people. And you'll see Choate Machine Tools phone number later in the program. These are inexpensive and they are superior quality. It doesn't shake around, doesn't rattle. These things are solid and they're just as handy as can be. So this may be an option that a lot of you, get out of here, horsefly, that a lot of you may want. We'll show you something on that in just a moment. Friends, this is important. You know, over these years, we've had quite a number of health products here on the program, and we're dealing with some now on our radio show. Well, a lot of people have called in and commented and said, Johnny, you look a lot healthier. I said, yeah, well, I have lost a little bit of weight. I have lost some. But friends, this is so important. This is going to help so many people. You know, we have never brought anything to this television program or to any of our broadcast media that we weren't completely sold on. And we've had some good products. Let me tell you what. We have a product now that's, you want to feel like you're 18 again? You want to have the energy and vitality? You want to feel that way? We have a product that can do it for you. friends, all I can say is, please, if you're interested in our new health product, we're going to be talking about this on the program in the coming weeks. You can call me if you want to know what I can do. I can send you a tape on it. Yes, we will make a little something on this. Yes, it'll help our project. Let me tell you what, it's going to help so many people out there. A lot of people are prone to flu and cold and all kinds of maladies, and friends, it's going to help. It's really going to help. So many things. If you have viruses and problems, a lot of people have viruses they can't get rid of. This is going to help, because what this product does, it enhances your immune system. Friends, in all the years we've been doing this program, I have never seen anything like this. We've never had a product come to us and say, look, you know, you want to help sell this? We've never, and I mean never, had anything at all that approaches what this product does. So if you'd like more information, if you'd like us to send you a little audio tape, you can listen. No obligation. It would help if you'd send us $1 for the tape if you would, but, you know, offset our mailing cost. But if you would, please call my voicemail number. It's area 318-682-4218. And the reason I say this, because I work long hours and we're doing everything we can to help us stay on the air. If you want information, and we're just getting started with sales on this, it's been in trials with us for a while, and a lot of people are asking me, say, Johnny, what are you doing? You know, what has made you look so much healthier? What's the deal? Okay, I can tell you. And if you would like, my voicemail number again, area 318-682-4218. Call up my voicemail number, leave your name and address or number that we can get back to you. Because like I said, I'm a little bit hard to catch right now because we're doing so many things for trying to help our project survive. So friends, this is for real. This is not a joke. I've never seen anything like it. So please give me a call as soon as you can, and we'll get it right out to you. And it's going to help so many people out there, friends. This is going to help so many people. So do that as soon as you can if you want to feel better. If you're not satisfied with your health, if you're not satisfied with your vitality, give me a call. Give me a call, because we can help. Okay, let's load a round of birdshot here in our this is actually the Mossberg 590, actually a military shotgun. My gosh, I guess it's especially dangerous. It has a bayonet lug on it. Let's do a little demonstration here. Now, friends, someone might say, well, Johnny, just how accurately can you shoot and we've done things on the program before, but I think we must remember that at closer ranges in a defensive situation, a shotgun must be aimed. But still, if you had to use the folded stock shotgun, we've got a clay target here, and you can do it fairly rapidly. But you'll notice, yeah, we broke the clay, but take a look at the size of that hole. Now, see, friends, I was only, just a few feet away from this. And that hole is only like, an inch and a half across. It did not, notice, it did not spread out over the entire target. A lot of people think point, pull trigger on shotgun, that's not so, or just aim it in the general direction. That's not true. You've got to aim the shotgun regardless of what range you're at, but certainly at the closer ranges. If you're not careful, you can miss your target. So yes, these things can be shot. It takes a little bit of practice because you're not using the full stock, but yes, it can be done and can be done effectively. Like I said, California viewers take special note here. And friends, I take special pleasure that blue color is such a great target color.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station.
Friends, this is the new Georgia Arms 20th anniversary catalog. Of course, has a memorial there to our good friend Jim Clark there on the cover. This is a terrific catalog from the finest ammunition maker in the United States. They have all kinds of great prices on all sorts of ammunition: 243 Winchester, 270s, 7.62 by 39 Russian, all kinds of great stuff. They've even got 308 tracers, 30-06 tracers, all kinds of neat stuff here in this great new Georgia Arms catalog. They have components if you want to load your own ammo, and look here, we've got the shooting show in our new 460 Rowland kit on sale as well. Georgia Arms has the best prices for custom grade ammunition that I'm aware of in the United States, and guess what else? They're helping to support our shooting show. Friends, give them a call today. Free phone call, free catalog, 1-800-624-6861, 1-800-624-6861 from Georgia Arms, and please remember to tell them that you heard it and saw it here on our program.
Friends, recently I went out and taped a piece with Jerry Michelik giving some instruction to a couple of students on speed shooting. I think you're really going to be interested in how he does this.
What I can handle. Okay. You come out here and dry fire it. And what I try to do there is just see if I can go through the motions even that quick. You know what I mean? So I got the timer here on 2 seconds. You know, we did that yesterday a little while. Yeah. And what happens when you dry fire like this? You actually take the gun going off. Cover it up. Yeah. So you can kind of work with your vision more, and you feel more relaxed to do it. I'll just dry fire 2 seconds and see what it does. I kind of break this thing into 2 stages. The first 2 targets, and then the next 3 targets. The next 3, of course, would be the far right. The close far right, and then the center would be a stop plate. So I go a 1-2 and then a 1-2-3. See, there was enough time to do that. Pretty easy. What I really key in on this stage is I break it and give it 2 seconds. But when I'm drawing the gun, I want to be aware of the second target, the way I'm going. You have to have something to go to. So not only I don't want to find myself staring at one target too hard. So I look at the first target and the second target as almost a pair. Because there's a considerable pause while you go to that third target. So it's almost like a 2-segment stage.
And you're shooting that far left.
Yeah, the far left, and then the close one. I'm seeing that first target, but I'm kind of seeing that second one already. It's in my peripheral vision. And as soon as I break that shot, I got to have somewhere to go. So for that moment of silence that I call it, I had the gun extended. It's on the first target, but I'm aware of where I have to go on the second shot. The same thing over here. When I come over this way, I have the 1-2-3 sequence. So I'm pretty much aware that I feel positive pressure on the trigger through the cycle. Also, when I go to a stage, I kind of mentally shoot it in my head. So I got a part-time, I have my eyes closed. I'm just going to listen to the clock here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean? Okay. Just kind of get your mental pace there, and then we bring the gun up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a comfortable time there to shoot. So, want to dry fire it a couple times?
Yeah.
Just dry fire to shooter ready. Stand by. Ready? Shoot it whenever you can hit the targets. Shooter ready. Stand by. Three even. A 131 first shot. All right. Do it again. Same thing.
Just to hit them?
Yep. Just hit him. Shooter ready. Stand by. Three even again. 137. You almost duplicated the other time exactly. Not a bad run.
not going to win anything.
But you still, what you're doing, you're kind of slow in between your targets. You could be a lot more crisper when you make your gun movements. As soon as you make your shot,
Go.
once you've read your shot, you know, with your sight picture, get out of there. You've done your work. Don't hesitate. Come right to the next plate as fast as you can. Stay hungry for another shot. Stay hungry. You're not hungry right there. You're comfortable. We want you to be aggressive. Shooter ready. Stand by. Where'd you miss it?
The third one. Third target.
Yeah, did you see where you missed it?
I think it's going high right.
You were shooting high over it, yep.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
A proposed UN agreement banning civilian ownership of guns has been long in the works. UN committees have met around the world for years to develop a universal system of gun registration to be followed by a ban on civilian-owned firearms. Too bad about the Second Amendment, but the protection of liberty has never been high up on the UN agenda. In the April 12, 2001 issue of the Washington Times, it was reported that even the U.S. negotiators have some reservations about the language of the proposed agreement. Currently, the language would ban export of most small arms and light weapons to rebels and resistance groups, even by some U.S. negotiators' understanding of the agreement's language to include Taiwan. Moreover, there are rebels and resistance groups we should be helping. Consider the plight of the Christians of the southern Sudan. They are on the battlefield defending themselves against the northern government's bombing of churches and hospitals and sanction of slave traders who kidnap their people. Why send U.S. soldiers, much less UN soldiers, when a nice shipment of AK-47s and surface-to-air missiles would help the freedom fighters do what they are willing to do for themselves? And let us not allow the UN to suck us into a discussion of banning only those guns that are suitable for military use, leaving behind the hunting weapons alone. The Second Amendment protects the right to keep and bear military arms, which certainly includes hunting and self-defense guns. The current definition of weapons to be banned in the UN agreement includes rifles and carbines, assault rifles, revolvers, and self-loading pistols, light machine guns, and portable missile launchers. Sounds like a pretty good list of the kind of weapons intended by the founders to be protected by the Second Amendment. Consider that the ratification of the Bill of Rights in 1791 was followed a few months later by Congress's passage of the Militia Act of 1792. This act required all military-eligible men to own a military rifle, ammunition for it, and keep it at home. By contrast, it should be noted that the present-day National Guard uses the government's guns, the government's ammo, and leaves it all in the government's armory when the Guard members go home. All this talk about stopping the killing by the representatives of often very repressive and murderous governments registers very high up on the chutzpah scale. Only a moment's reflection is needed to realize that during the 20th century, it was governments who murdered in the neighborhood of 100 million people. By comparison, Al Capone and the Crips and the Bloods are pikers. Almost all of government's victims had been systematically disarmed prior to being murdered. The vehicle for disarmament was precisely what the UN is proposing: universal registration of firearms. Ironically, the Red Chinese have indicated that they will not cooperate with the agreement's call for universally recognized serial numbers on the guns they sell around the world. This shows that even a stop clock is right twice a day. Related to the UN disarmament agreement are machinations of Mikhail Gorbachev, himself a mass murderer, who kept the deadly gulags of the Soviet Union stocked with political prisoners marked for annihilation. Gorbachev, having run his own government into the ground, argues that the problems of our time can only be dealt with properly by a world government. Since the media are so cozy to big government elitists, Gorbachev is never challenged and thus is able to say such preposterous things with a straight face. Like the little boy who saw the naked emperor riding by, we should all run out in the streets and have a good laugh when Gorbachev and his crowd of Mad Hatters ride by. Unless we are forced to shoot back, laughter is definitely the weapon of choice. And from Washington, this is Larry Pratt for Gun Owners of America.
For more information on Gun Owners of America, or to join, you can call them at 888-886-GUNS, 888-886-4867, or find them on the internet at gunowners.org.
Be ready. Stand by.
How you missed up that close?
Yeah, what you got going there too? When you're shooting, you string a fire, you kind of leave the face of the trigger. You find yourself leaving the trigger. Can you feel it? What happens when you do that? All you're doing, you're adding trigger pull, and then you have a tendency to have a tendency to run at it. So you want to avoid that. All right, try it again. Let me reset my timer here. Let me put it on. All right, shooter ready. Stand by. 554, 534. Shooter ready. Stand by. Didn't have your grip safety pressed all the way? Getting off the trigger too much and not resetting it. Shooter ready. Stand by.
The gun you're shooting, please.
Well, what this is a Caspian. I built it. It's Caspian frame, Caspian slide, bevel mag well. I use Bomars with a JP ghost ring adapter on the rear and a JP ghost ring on the front.
What does that do for what advantage does that have on your sighting arrangement?
Well, like I was telling you, at my age, I just can't see the sights. I'm 60 years old, so a post and regular rear sight's just out of the question for me. They're too blurry. I could probably defend myself with them, but I can't compete or anything. So these give me a little bit better chance. And I've done a lot of modifications with these kind of front ghost rings. I've put post in the center with a little fiber optic in the center of that. And I've got another deal I'm going to try with this one now and see how that works. But they do, they help my shooting. Now whether I'll ever win anything or not, I don't know. But I do shoot better with these than I do with regular sight.
What caliber are you shooting?
38 Super.
38 Super. Great.
Now I'm still, working with this gun, so I don't, I haven't put any kind of finish on it. It's a little bit ugly on the outside, but.
My friends, we're looking at just a very neat, very nicely done handmade sign from our friends there at Signs by Carla. And see how it's got a little hanger deal, you can put anything you want to on it, but this would be a great sign for your home or for your office or for your shop. Of course, they have many others, in fact. This is Signs by Carla. They're in Ball Knob, Arkansas there. Let's see what we have. Look at some of the things they make. Just amazing. Born to Fish, Forced to Work, all kinds of neat things in the catalog. They can make you a custom sign for your specifications. It's inexpensive. Give them a call. Signs by Carla.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
For folding stocks, for pistol grips, for regular stocks, for replacement stocks, for magazine extension tubes for your shotgun, for magazine replacement springs for your shotgun. How about the executive eye scraper, the executive letter opener, all from Choate Machine & Tool when you call for a free catalog. You can get the executive letter opener, a multi-purpose tool, or the executive eye scraper, a multi-purpose tool, for only your choice, only $2 when you call for a free Choate catalog. You can get both of them for $4, a $10 value. Friends, if you're a shooter or a gun owner, you need one of the Choate Machine & Tool Company catalogs. Call them today, 1-800-972-6390 in Ball Knob, Arkansas. They're helping to support our project. You need one of their catalogs. Again, 1-800-972-6390. And please remember to tell them that you saw it here on our show.
And friends, now for our support group, we have Custom Leatherwork and Saddlery in Denham Springs, Louisiana. We have Brooks Communication in Albuquerque, New Mexico. For firearms training and League of the South information and grass information, we have Dennis Crocker Firearms Training there in South Carolina. We have Gearlings Equipment Rentals in Southern California, and we also have Mike and Sherry Harris Pilot Services and Consulting in South Carolina. We've run out of time, friends. We'll see you on the next show.